Hi, this is Jeff Strunk, driver of the 4-Star Motorsports 4-Star car. You're watching Pit Pass on WHVL.
Jeff is a regular at Big Diamond Speedway. Unfortunately, they were rained out on Friday night. But on Saturday, Jeff won one of two 358 modified features at Grandview Speedway.
Speaking of modifieds, we were at Mahoning Valley Speedway on Saturday, where they ran a 100-lap, $4,000 to win event. Now, Kyle Stroh is a 14-year-old driver, making his first start in one of the ground pounders.
We ran Pro 4 and Street Stock last year, and this is a whole different learning field with the modified. Whole different ball game with more horsepower, more angles, and how to set the car up and stuff. You know, we're learning that for our first year. You know, we ain't looking for a feature win, but if it comes, awesome. If it doesn't, what are you gonna do? It's always next year, you know. So.
Now you started awfully young.
Yes, I did. I started at 5 years old when I first started racing. I started in a quarter midget. I raced at Blue Mountain and raced there for 7 years, and I came here. I first started off with a Honda Prelude. It was a little 4-cylinder, and I went to a street stock, and then I went to a Pro 4, and then I went to a modified. You know, I did okay in all of them. You know, I really want to succeed in this one. You know, you can go all over with this, and I'm gonna stick to this one for a little.
And you've been very successful.
Yeah, we're trying to be very successful, you know. We try the best we can. We try to drive other people with clean and respect, and we hope for the same thing back, you know. It doesn't always happen, but oh well, you know. Last year you won a championship. Yes, I did. I won a championship in the Pro 4, you know. Won 11 feature wins and like 8 heat wins, I think. That car really worked. We like that car, you know. We're going to miss that car.
Now on the highlights of the 100-lap modified feature. The 4X of the Fightin' Lehighton, Rick Kirkendall started on the pole with Matt Hirschman in the 59 to his outside. The black and silver 66 of Austin Koshnosh has sole possession of the third spot as they complete lap number 1. As they go through turns 3 and 4, Austin K moves alongside Hirschman. Just as they complete the second lap, there is a multi-car accident on the front stretch. Unfortunately, one of those involved was the 44 rookie Kyle Stroh. We would have 3 more cautions before this restart with 8 laps in the books. By this point, Eric Beers in the 45 had moved past the 17 of Roger Koss and into 4th place. Austin K has a slight advantage over Hirschman for second, while Koss works the inside of Beers. They would run this way for the next 6 laps, with Beers eventually taking sole possession of 4th, moving Koss to 5th. Another multi-car crash would change the complexion of the early part of the race. Hirschman went pit side to change a flat right front tire, and Kirkendall pulled off the track with overheating problems. This moved Koshnosh and Beers to the front row. Koss and the 22 of Don Wagner made up the second row on the restart. The 66 and 45 would run 1-2 for a number of laps. Hirschman would slowly work his way towards the front after earlier pitting for his flat tire. Around the quarter mark of the race, the 3 of Nevin George and Earl Paulus in the red number 8 battled for the 5th spot. A few laps later, Koshnosh gets a little loose off of 2. There's slight contact with Beers, but he maintains the lead. Beers would again work to the outside of the 66 before taking over the top spot as they completed lap 36. As the race neared the halfway point, George was able to take over 3rd with this pass of Koss. Up front, Beers began to open up his lead over Austin K, while Koss set his sights on the 2nd place machine of Koshnosh. Paulus would find himself turned around on the backstretch to bring out the yellow on lap 52. On the restart, Koshnosh beats Beers to the line. As they head into turn 3, Beers pulls even. They bump, and Beers powers by to take the lead. While the top 2 began to run single file, Hirschman again made his presence felt as he took over the 3rd position from George. With just over 10 laps to go, Beers had built up a very comfortable lead over Koshnosh. However, a caution with 8 laps to go gave Austin K another shot at retaking the lead. On the restart, Beers is able to beat the 66 to the line and clear Koshnosh by the time they hit the backstretch. George has the inside position on Hirschman for the 4th spot. In the end, Eric Beers would pull away from Koshnosh to take the checkers and take home $4,000, the largest payout for a 100-lapper.
Okay, you and Austin seem to get pretty physical out there. Are we trying to teach him a lesson, or is it just the nature of the beast?
It's just the nature of a quarter-mile racetrack that you do in 9.5 seconds. I mean, there's not a lot of room out there. You got to do a little rubbing and banging, and nothing was intentional. Nothing intentional from him, nothing from me. It was just fun racing.
Well, once you got past him, you really pulled ahead.
We got into a nice rhythm. I got him into a nice groove when we got out front, and I was just trying to save the tires, not hurt anything, and I really didn't realize I was that far ahead.
Well, passing is considered difficult in this bull ring here, but you were passing champions and lap cars and making it look quite easy.
Well, it's never easy. I mean, it takes a lot of hard work at the garage. I mean, I got a great support team behind me with my crew guys and my car owners. I mean, without them, I wouldn't be able to do this.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Eric Beers, the defending modified champion, gets off to a great start in 2014 with his 100-lap victory. Koshnosh, George, Hirschman, and Koss followed him across the line.
Well, it's a shame that Kyle didn't get to run more laps, but I'm sure he'll continue to gain valuable experience under his belt.
Well, we are not done with highlights from Saturday night's action at MVS. Pit Pass returns right after this.
Ace Hardware State College in the Hills Plaza South is fully stocked for your spring and summer needs. From grass seed to grills and everything in between, we have the products and services you need at the prices you might not expect. Whether it's lawn and garden tools and supplies, quality Benjamin Moore line of paints, and any variety of housewares from the latest energy-efficient light bulbs to keys made while you wait, our friendly, knowledgeable staff is here to help you decide.
Thanks, sir.
Ace Hardware State College is the locally owned, locally focused, helpful hardware place.